NDSU did secure the #1 overall seed, home field throughout the playoffs, as did Eastern Washington. This kind of went true to form. Jacksonville State, James Madison, Sam Houston. UND gets the 7th, South Dakota State gets the 8th. What do you think of that top 8 there, Coach? Obviously great to see the Bison at #1.
Yeah, we were really ecstatic that we're the top seed, and we were recognized by the committee as having the best schedule and having the best body of work. But I think you and I talk, it's the 8 teams that we thought maybe could have flipped one way or another, but it's the eight teams that we thought, and the 8 teams, and I think that really deserved it.
Absolutely. I think that went pretty true to form. Now, the Valley did get 4. That's good. Last year, the Valley got 5. Yeah. We look at the 4 that got in. Obviously, NDSU's the 1, SDSU's the 8, 2 on Thanksgiving weekend. Youngstown State, who had 774 yards of offense, scored 65 points yesterday. Maybe they're starting to get a little traction. Their defense is great. And Illinois State, you know what? Good for them. You and I lost, so they lost out. Western Illinois lost to Southern Illinois. They lost out. Illinois State, who at one point lost 4 straight games, rallied back to 6-5. They did beat South Dakota State, and they have an FBS win over Northwestern, so good for Coach Spack.
Yeah, they deserve to be in after some of the things that happened yesterday, and then they're playing really well, and the big win over Northwestern, and they're a playoff-ready football team, and they could potentially make some noise.
Tell you what, Youngstown State, too, if they get any mojo offensively, that defense is outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah, we looked at that first-round matchup they have. If they can get through the first one, they go to Jacksonville State, and I'd put my money on the Penguins.
Yeah, absolutely. I would, too. Bo Pelini's done a nice job there. And now let's look at how this sets up for the Bison. We have a shot of where the Bison will play, and it's Cal Poly or San Diego, the winner of that game. And I'll tell you what, Cal Poly with Joe Prothro, a fantastic fullback-type running back, that triple option. Cal Poly's a good team. They won at Brookings this year.
Yeah, they're an extremely good team. We were able to watch that, and they ran it down South Dakota State all day long. And you know, and it's a tough matchup because of the option. So we'll have to prepare a little bit, probably more on them than we would on San Diego, simply because it just takes you more days to learn an option offense.
Yeah, San Diego has a good defense, but those two teams played in the regular season. Cal Poly handled them fairly easily, and then you saw South Dakota State was the 8th there as well, so we kind of thought they wouldn't do that again. They did it again.
Well, they're always going to put the Jackrabbits and the Bison together.
Like
we don't understand why, but that's not it's out of our control. It's out of SDSU's control, and both of us will have really good opponents in that first round, and you have to play extremely good football each week to try to advance to the next.
I'll tell you what, no easy task for South Dakota State if Villanova does in fact beat St. Francis, which they'll be heavily favored to do. Villanova would go to Brookings. Cal Poly already beat San Diego. You would assume that again, but this is kind of a tough little pod here, isn't it?
It's a really good pod. Andy Talley in his last year at Villanova, they've won a national championship under him before. I think they're a really good football team. Obviously, we talked about Cal Poly and the uniqueness of their offense, and so I think there's no doubt that little quadrant's got this really tough bracket there.